In this question, it says a circular park of radius 20 meter is situated in a colony. So what we can do, let's make a circular park first. I made a circular park, and then they are talking about three people or the three guys. These are boys only. Ankur, Syed, and David. They are sitting at equal distance at the boundary, each having a toy telephone in his hand to talk to each other. So what we know here that they are at equal distance from each other. So I choose 3 points, say this is Ankur, this being Syed, or say let's say B only, and this being David. So order does not make any difference. Further, as I can see that they are at equal distance, so I'm joining them. I've joined them. As I can see that these three lengths are given equal, so clearly it is an equilateral triangle. In the next step, what you have to do is to make a median from A to BC. I took M being the midpoint of BC, and then I'll join this. You know that in an equilateral triangle, right? You should know that in an equilateral triangle, the median coincides with the altitude. That means, although I have taken as a median, but this can be taken as an altitude. And that is true only in case of an equilateral triangle, that all medians are same as all altitude or they coincide with each other. Moreover, this should be taken as the centroid, right? This will be the point. As it is equidistant from ABC, we say it's a centroid. And an important thing to consider here in an equilateral triangle, the centroid will be the orthocenter. So we have a property that this centroid, that is the point O, will divide this length AM in the ratio 2:1, right? We should know that this divides. This is a property that centroid of an equilateral triangle divides the median in the ratio 2:1. That means we have OA over OM is equal to 2:1. Now, what in case if I know that this being, let's say this being two part, and the bottom, this being one part. So what I can say that OA, which is the radius here, over AM, which is the altitude here, should be 2/3. As you can see, if this is two part, this is one part together, this will be three part. So I took this ratio as 2:3. Now, as you can see, OA is nothing but the radius here. So I can replace with R, AM being the altitude, I can replace with H is 2/3. Further, you know that the radius is given 20. So I can replace R with 20. Now with further, I can reduce it like this also and write H as 30 meter. Once you get the length of H, either you can use a property of an equilateral triangle, or using Pythagoras theorem, you can get the length of AB or BC. So what I'm doing, I'm using Pythagoras here. Let's say this length is 2A. So as you know that in an equilateral triangle, all sides are of equal length. So everywhere AC will also be 2A and BC will also be 2A. That means, as you know, this is the midpoint. So I can write BM as A, and I'm applying Pythagoras theorem here. So for that, what I'm doing here, I'm writing AB square is equal to AM square plus BM square. Further, the length of AB, which is 2A square, is equal to AM. AM, as you can see, is the height, and I can write AM. AM is this. I can write this as 30 square plus BM, which is A square. So we can apply, right? This as 4A square minus A square is equal to 30 square is 900. Further, this is 3A square is equal to 900. So that implies A square. I can write A square as 300, 900 divided. So finally, this is A is equal to under root 300, which is under root 300. I can write as 10 root 3. Now check here, we don't have to get A being the length of BM, we have to get 2A. As you know that 2A, that is AB, will be 2A, right? This is 2A, that is twice of this, that is 2 times this. That should give you, sorry, this will give you, this is 10, right? Let me modify it. This is 2 into 10 root 3, and that is equal to 20 root 3. That should be the length of E string. As you know, all sides are of equal length.